All illustrations in this portfolio were created specifically for works relating to mind remapping, cognitive positioning systems, and Atlas. These are works associated to Meta-Tech Organica, the Quadrivium network, and represent the empirical working of the mind in relation to the brain, and their connections to awareness and consciousness through the discipline of ethenics. Thank you. Gavin Gooden. This specific diagram is a modern conceptual or graphic design piece that shares visual language with several historical and artistic domains. Celestial cartography. The layout mirrors 18th-century astronomical treatises, such as Thomas Wright's 1742 engravings in Clavis Celestis, which used similar radial diagrams to explain the universe. Musical mathematical theory. It resembles complex music theory diagrams, such as the spira mirabilis or harmonic sequences, which attempt to visualize mathematical relationships in sound. Contemporary art. The style is consistent with the work of artist Timothy Ely, who is known for creating intricate, mysterious manuscript books that blend technical drafting with philosophical concepts. This image is a visualization of a mathematical concept, such as a complex inversion mapped onto a polar grid. It displays a circular grid system with concentric rings and radiating lines, commonly used to visualize complex functions, coordinate transformations, or fisheye lens projections. The lines are colored, indicating different values or regions in mathematical mapping. Numbers around the outer edge, like 60, 54, 42, and within the grid represent coordinate values or angle measures. The overall structure is radially symmetric, with a central point of convergence. This image is a visual representation related to vibratory rotation, often associated with the work of John W. Keeley. It features a circular diagram labeled 1/7 of and as the visual mind, with various sensory terms like sight, touch, hearing, and taste arranged around a central core. The diagram includes a Celtic knot-style border and numerical markers from 1 to 9, representing connections between mathematical, musical, and energetic concepts. This diagram is used to illustrate philosophical or esoteric concepts regarding the vibration of matter. This artistic composition is a combination of a human skull, geometric patterns of sacred geometry, and navigation charts, with butterfly structure centered over the eyes. It is a digital artwork representing themes of mental metamorphosis, mortality, transformation, and esoteric knowledge. Subject: artistic synthesis of a human skull and a butterfly. Elements: intricate lines overlaid on the skull, which are compass points to the north, east, south, and west, and sacred geometry structures. Style: dark, surreal, and highly detailed digital illustration. Themes: often associated with Gothic, mystical, or alternative art styles focusing on life, death, and metamorphosis. This image is a conceptual diagram visualizing a time mapping system combining astronomical, philosophical, and mechanical concepts. The diagram is organized into a circle divided into yang, light, and yin, dark, halves, resembling a yin-yang symbol. Various time tracking and philosophical terms are labeled, including sundial, moondial, pendulum, ego, overmind, and overdream. Lines radiate from a central prism effect, connecting these concepts to specific points along the circumference labeled with numbers. The image is a digital artwork that incorporates elements of sacred geometry and metaphysical symbolism. It features a central triangular structure overlaid with a circular glow and a grid pattern, labeled with philosophical and abstract concepts. Key visual and conceptual elements: the artwork, titled Inversion Template, contains several labeled components that suggest a connection between consciousness and geometry. Sacred geometry: the use of the triangle and circle represents stability, perfection, and the trinity of life, substance, and intellect. The triad of mind: the central triangular region is labeled Triad of the Mind, with vertices marked as evolution, modulation, and vibration. Time and space: phrases like interface of time, mind-time, and grid systems, geometry, is the remapping of human consciousness onto a geometric coordinate system. Mathematical symbols: The plus and dash signs at the top and bottom of the central axis refer to polarities and magnetic logic often explored in holofractal theories. This diagram illustrates several interconnected concepts. Mirror, mirror identity. The central text mirror, a mirror is reflected vertically inside a triangle, which are themes of introspection or reality reflecting an internal state. Dimensions of thought. The diagram labels different axes and dimensions, such as the first dimension, length of thought or thinking, and the third dimension, breadth and depth of thought or thinking. Geometric framework. It uses a circular base divided into clock references, marked 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, intersected by unilateral, bilateral, and trilateral axes. This structure is similar to other cognitive or polymathy frameworks that map abstract concepts onto geometric planes. This particular version of the diagram is also associated with the artist Watt lights. This image illustrates a toroidal field or torus, a geometric shape that represents a self-sustaining energy loop. This specific visualization is frequently used across various fields to model complex systems. Physics and magnetism. It is a common way to represent magnetic field lines, like those around a bar magnet or Earth, and the flow of particles in plasma physics, such as in a tokamak fusion reactor. Theoretical physics. Similar diagrams have been used to model by Campo. Material antimaterial fields in works regarding the fundamentals of theoretical physics, mathematics and geometry. In geometry, a torus is a surface of revolution generated by revolving a circle in three-dimensional space about an axis coplanar with the circle. Sacred geometry. In metaphysical contexts, this shape is often called the nature of flow, symbolizing how energy moves, expands, and returns to its source. This image features a complex geometric diagram, specifically giving a triangular perspective grid used in technical drawing or mathematical visualization. It depicts various astronomical and physical phenomena, such as planetary orbits and different parts of the electromagnetic spectrum, plotted within a structured triangular space. Key visual components. Triangular structure. The diagram uses a triangular coordinate system, often referred to as a ternary diagram or a two-simplex, to map data points or relationships between three variables. Intersection points. Numerous intersecting lines radiate from the vertices, a technique common in perspective drawing to create a sense of depth or to define specific mathematical fans, such as a Grobner fan. Scientific annotations. Faint labels indicate various planets, e.g., Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and regions of the electromagnetic spectrum, e.g., ultraviolet, visible, infrared. This diagram is used to illustrate a specific theory of celestial or wave-based organization. The visual elements of this image is a piece of digital art commonly used as music visualizers or album cover art, particularly within electronic and experimental music genres. It features a central eye motif, reminiscent of the Eye of Providence or Eye of Horus, paired with abstract geometric shapes and vertical sound-wave-like lines. This geometric diagram is associated with the elusive fourth dimension, metamythology and the art of suffering. The diagram, which is also labeled as the daylight dream, is used to illustrate complex concepts related to cognition, mythology, and mental systems. This image is a visual representation associated with mind remapping cognitive positioning systems. It features intricate geometric patterns, including the phrase macrocosm and microcosm across the center, often linked to metaphysical and philosophical explorations of scale and consciousness. Core concepts represented. The imagery incorporates several mathematical and scientific principles. Lorentz attractor. The central butterfly shape resembles a Lorentz attractor, a classic model in chaos theory representing systems sensitive to initial conditions. Sacred geometry. The overlapping circles are reminiscent of the Vesica Pisces and the flower of life, symbols frequently used to represent mathematical and spiritual unity. Wave dynamics. The radiating concentric circles and central oscillations mimic electromagnetic wave propagation or interference patterns. Horological systems. The numbers arranged around the circles suggest a cognitive horological or time-based positioning system. All images are part of our Ethenica series of the ultraviolet mind designed by Gavin Gooden. For details on how each of these illustrations will relate to the everyday mind, follow the link to mindremapping.co.uk and register for a meta-coding class.